Warning, the following episode of Jordan's Soapbox discusses something that is meant for mature audiences, and that means it contains a lot of naughty words. Viewer discretion is advised, and I'm really serious about this one. Hello everyone, my name is Jordan, and welcome to Jordan's Soapbox, the show where I like to talk about anything I want and complain about it. Except the latter is not what we're doing today. I know, that's a first for this show. Instead, I want to do the opposite and praise something for once. And that'll be the song Welcome to the Internet by Bo Burnham. From his Netflix special Inside, released in May 2021, this song is a look into the internet and how the vast amounts of information and folks connected to it is not always beneficial. I have wanted to cover this song since it came out because it's utterly brilliant. And even though it is one component of a larger work, it can be discussed on its own merits. It is, of course, my own interpretation of the song. Said interpretation might conflict with what the artists themselves intended for Welcome to the Internet. I nonetheless wanted to offer such interpretations, if only because I can talk about this song for a couple minutes. I think when analyzing a song, it's important to establish who is speaking and the tone of said speaker. To answer the first one, it's definitely not Bo Burnham singing Welcome to the Internet, but instead a personification of the internet. It's a character that is the embodiment of the internet, well, incarnate, with its various websites, search engines, and everything else if it were stuffed into a human. This is evidenced by the lyrics of the song, such as,
"Could I interest you in everything, all of the time?
Or,
Just nod or shake your head and we'll do the rest."
It's clearly speaking as itself here, but what exactly is it saying? Well, that's where tone comes in. And I think this comment from Schaeferless Productions explains it the best. This is one of the best villain songs I've ever heard. If you're one of the 2 people who have never heard of a villain song, summarize, it's the song for the perspective of a villain or main antagonist of a work. This is best exampled from Disney movies, specifically songs such as Be Prepared from The Lion King or Friends on the Other Side from Princess and the Frog, although there's countless of other examples that go beyond the realm of Disney. Whether intentional or not, Welcome to the Internet is a similar villain song from the character of the Internet. It's throughout the entirety of the song, where it makes contrasts with something that we would find beneficial on the internet.
Here's a tip for straining pasta.
Something utterly repulsive.
Here's a 9-year-old who died.
It's a constant contrast, all highlighting the benefits of the internet while also highlighting the worst of it, while seemingly not caring all that much. It even has a maniacal laugh. Now, that leads into the message of the song. We've already established the speaker of the song, a character, the internet, and the tone, the equivalent of a villain song. That leaves the message behind it, which I think is best seen towards the end of the song, where the internet talks about itself during the 90s. It remarks how simple it was.
This was catalogs, travel blogs, a chat room or 2.
But then remarks how it's been waiting for us, based on the line just before your time and other similar lines. I interpret this as Gen Z, or those of us who were born during the late 1990s to the 2010s, which includes yours truly. A defining feature of Generation Z is our access to the internet and technology at large, where it's now virtually on every device that we own and it's all more accessible than ever. All of this was driven by a desire by various companies and in some cases governments to make the internet a commonality across the world. And coupled with our insatiable desire for knowledge and entertainment, the internet was brought into our lives when we just weren't ready for it. We've allowed the internet to have an unprecedented degree of influence on our lives, all in the name of being informed or entertained. Not the newspaper, radio, or television has had this amount of control that the internet currently has. Sure, we might be more aware of things, but it's also made us aware of things that maybe we we shouldn't have been, or has completely altered our very perception of reality, and not in a good way. It's a mess of others as well as our own making, but the internet doesn't care. Welcome to the Internet is a song of a villainous internet who has conquered the world and won. And we willingly let it do that. And it's unlikely for that to change. Also, I know the irony of criticizing the internet while being on the internet, but this is my interpretation of the song, and I'm curious what you guys think of it in the comments below. This is Jordan from Jordan's Soapbox, and I'll see you all a little later. All hail to our internet overlords who are likely lizard people.